Hello adventurer, welcome to Scratch. Today we'll be practicing some C programming if-else statement or conditional statement. Previously in our video we learned what is a conditional statement, what it does and why we need it. We also learned that in conditional statement we got if else and else if. We learned how to use them. So in this video we'll be practicing how practicing these if else questions. Let's go. Okay, let's start with a very simple questions. That is, uh, write a C program to check whether a number is positive or negative. Now here, what the question is asking me is to write a program to check a number. A user needs to enter a number, and we need to check the number if number is positive or a negative. As there is only two possibilities, we can use if and else. So we don't have to use else if. So include SDIO for taking in for the from the user, then defining or opening programming language with the main, return 0 to tell the computer that as we have written int, we put return 0 to tell the computer it has run successfully. Then after that we ask the user for pretty much we ask the user for the data. So I would say print printf. So now I will do is I will ask the user to enter the data. So printf for asking, then sorry, enter enter your your number. I will ask the user for the number. After asking, I will scan them. Scanf scanf percentage d percentage d. Now here you can see the problem in here. What I have done is I have not described and variable. So to put the value of the user somewhere, we have defined the percentage d, but we don't know where to put it. So we need to define the variable. We can name it id. Can be float, but I have make it id. So let's put the value in a and scanf percentage d. Now, if a is bigger than 0, that is the condition. If the condition is true, then do me the task of telling the user your number is sorry, your number is positive if there is a positive semicolon to end the line. If it is true, then print this. Else, if that is not true, we don't have to write any condition here. Then we need to tell the user, okay, enter printf is a negative number. If the question was to check only if the question was to check whether a number is positive or not, we just have to write up this if. But here the question has asked us to choose between have addition between positive and a negative. We have to use if in it. Now if we run this, we get the answer. I hope there is no mistake. Is there a mistake? No. Enter your number 2. Your number is positive. Let's run it again. Sorry. Now this is correct. I hope you understand. Now let's do the second question, which is write a C program to check whether the number is positive, negative, or zero. So in previous question, we only check if the number was positive or negative. So there was only two possibilities. Either the number would be positive or negative, nothing else. But here there is more than two possibilities. The number can be positive, negative, or a zero. So if we had only one possibility, for example, positive, we can only use it. We would only use it. But if there was two possibilities, we used if and else. But what if there is more than two possibilities? Just like here, where there is positive, negative, or zero. So here we used else if. Let's see how by doing this question. First of all, as we need to ask the user to ask the user what to do, sorry, tell the user what to do, and ask the number, we need printf and scanf. To access the predefined function printf and scanf, we need to use the header file, sorry, the header file include diu dot so that we need to open the program. We need to tell the computer the program starts using main. I have used int main, you can also use void main as required. As I have used int main, I need to use int to use return 0 to tell the computer that the program has run successfully. If you are confused about this basic format of basic stuff like why we use heading file, why this here we use main, why we use region 0, why curly bracket and semicolon, you can go ask my some of the C programming video or my practice video where I learn with you. You can, I think if you watch that, you can pretty much know the basic of this format. So yeah, let's move on. After I open the program, I need to describe an variable to store the value given by the user. So int a, I define it as an integer. You can define it as a float with float value or char as not char but float or integers. After that, we need to tell the user what to do. We need to tell the user using printf. We need to tell the user enter a number. Semicolon to tell the computer the line is up here. Then scanning to scan the input. Percentage d as percentage d as we have used integers on top. So percentage d. Then we give address to a. We tell the computer the number entered by user will be stored in here. After we tell the user that, then we go to the real program, which is if condition a is bigger than 0, then do this. We tell the user that it is a positive number. If this is not true, we don't write else. In else, we cannot write the condition just like if. To write the condition, as there is three possibilities, we need to write else if, then condition just like in if, we need to put a condition which is a is equal to if a is equal to 0, then do this task, which is printing the fact that a is 0. If only then this even this condition will match, then it will go to else. If there were more possibility, for example, as there is only three possibility, we used three. If there was like five, we would use another else if until it is satisfied. So else if is like a cheat code in here. So at last, in here we always use else in last, because we don't need to specify what to do to the computer now. So if none of these match, only then else is executed, which is print here it is negative. So little bit of a review here. First of all, we define the header. Then we open the program. We define a variable. We ask the user what to do. Then we stored the user input in the variable A. Then we use the condition. We use the if else if condition as there is more than two possibilities. We first check if the condition matches this the program inside the curly bracket, or the condition inside the thing that needs to be run inside curly bracket will be done. If this doesn't match, it goes to the else if let's say there was another else if, then after if this else if would be done, another else if it will go to another else if, and it will go to another else if. Only at last you will see else. Here simply we have asked user if it was 0, if it was equal to 0, if it was bigger to 0, equal to 0, and as it is if both the condition doesn't match, obviously the answer would go to it would be negative. So let's run it. Yes. In a program scanner, what mistake I have? Okay, sorry, I'm done a simple. So very fun fact, if let's say here is my red dots, it is telling me the scanner is an error. What computer does is it reads the line from top to bottom. So this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Only here it is not correct. We know up to printer it is correct. From down we don't. So when we write return 0, we are basically like check. It is like a final check to tell computer if it is wrong or not. Yes. Okay. There is no error. So after here there is no. We need to enter a number. Let's enter 2. Oh, sorry. So in else if a is equal to 0, what you are doing is we are basically assigning a value to 0. To say a is equal to 0, we must write a double is equal to. So some of the symbols also does a lot of confusion and errors. Here what mistake I did was I basically write only one equal to. uh, 1 equal to is basically saying assign a value of left to the right, sorry, right to the left. But as we need to tell the we are asking the computer and tell the computer to compare the value. So to compare the value we must use double equal to. Now sorry, the running file was corrupted I think, but yeah, what mistake I did was in first was I just well, I was basically one writing 1 equal to, but as I written 2, we are saying we are comparing the value. So yeah, I hope you understand how else it works. If there was more conditions, like for example, uh, write a program to check whether RAM likes ice cream, soda, chicken wings, anything like different products. If there are different products, the more possibilities, the more possibility there are more decision that needs to be taken. Uh, else if more else if is used. I hope you understand. Let's meet you in another video. Bye bye.